philosophies of growing your brand?
Well, I mean, I started off with the jewelry about a year ago, and I've been selling those pieces with another guy. It mainly started from him. He works out in Miami, and we just started working together on some pieces, and I kind of retailed for him. I threw in some designs, and I sold them for my products. And then basically I kind of got off of the jewelry, and I got into more, the clothing, shoes, all that, so it's not just the jewelry, it's as far as clothing as well.
So do you design strictly for the celebrity set, and do you sell only for the celebrities, like your clothing and your shoes?
I mean, the shoes, I have clients that send them to me, and then, I paint them. And then the clothing, we're actually releasing it where we have a collaboration with this brand called VDL, and we're doing this collab on hockey jerseys, some like high fashion hockey jerseys. So we're dropping it this December. And so I mean, it's going to be for the public, and I'm going to keep it under wraps. We have a couple celebrities that are going to be rocking it as well. So it's for the public as well.
How is the cost of your clothing and jewelry and sneakers and shoes justified?
What do you mean?
How do you set the prices?
Well, the jewelry, I mean, it's by labor, we just calculated, how much time we put into it, and then there's some jewelry, I mean, whatever gold costs, that's what we sell it for as well. So we have gold pieces, we have stainless steel, all that gold plated. So diamonds, we sell that as well. So, it varies what exactly you're talking about. And then the clothing, it's the same thing, how much work we put into it, how much time goes into it, all the quality. The quality is number one for us. It's like the main priority for us. Yeah.
So who would you call your biggest competition?
My biggest competition? Well, I don't know. My brand is coming up right now, so I don't know who is my biggest competition. Some of the people don't do as many things as I do, but I really don't know. There's a lot of brands out there, and I'm not really competing with anybody. It's just about it is a competition as well. With making a better product, making the brand has to stand out with everybody. So, maybe in the future I can know who I'm coming up against, but right now I'm just enjoying the time as it goes.
So if you could collaborate with any other clothing line and jewelry designer, who would it be?
With clothing, I'd say I collaborate with a couple brands, not just only clothing but shoes. I like to collaborate with Christian Louboutin, Balenciaga. Let's see. Just those shoe designers, and Honor. Definitely want to work with them, with the leather and everything, because they're going, they're in that high fashion. Everybody knows about them. So those are kind of the main brands I want to work with.
What celebrities have you collaborated as far as your jewelry line and your clothing and sneakers?
Well, the clothing, not really a lot has been released. It's just something that, whatever I make, I wear, just to see. Yeah, because I tried it on myself first thing before I go and promote it. So I've been doing like a lot of promoting. As far as jewelry, I work with a lot of YMCMB people. I had some stuff given out to Justin Bieber. I had some stuff given out to like his friends. Some also Western, like West Coast type rappers and everything. So I'm working with a lot of people.
That's awesome. I wish you luck with all of that. That is so cool. What have been the main criticisms of your jewelry by non-celebrities?
By non-celebrities?
Yeah.
Main criticism. Everybody likes it. I try to make it. Not everybody. Not it's just the people that I've got to work with. So, but main, I try to make whatever I make, I try to make it stand out from what everybody else does. Most people start off their brands with, what you expect, clothing, But
right.
I started off with jewelry, something different, like people were asking me, hey, when the clothes drop? But I kind of built my name off jewelry, of those like Versace-like pieces and everything. So that's like mainly the main criticism of my brand.
Have your pieces ever been described as too urban? Like too blingy?
I mean, it depends. It depends on what the clients want. It's they want it too much. They want like the extra pendants on them. We usually make it with extra pendants. If they wanted just like a single little pendant, nothing too flashy, but a little eye catching. But I don't know. I've never gotten to actually like somebody told me, your pieces are like way too urban and everything.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So how has your designs evolved after your first piece of jewelry or clothing you designed and sold?
Well, the jewelry, like I said, I'm trying to get off of the jewelry, and go more into the clothing.
The clothing.
I don't, yeah. So I don't go into, making the jewelry as much. People still can order, like those, like everybody knows. You've probably seen those Cuban link Versace-like, and then
right. Mm-hmm,
yeah. So. Yeah, they've seen, everybody's worn it, so I'm trying to get off of that, and I've already gotten off of that, I'm more into shoes and everything, like clients send them to me, I paint them, I send them back, and then clothing, I have some hand-painted work as well, and I'm starting, like collaboration, something little and simple, limited quantities, but the quality is going to be top-notch.
What is more important to you, your career legacy as a world-class jewelry designer, or the money you make? Said that you're getting, you're breaking into the whole clothing and shoe selling. So, you can add that in that question as well.
Yeah, people know, people are starting to know me before they knew me for like, the jewelry and everything. Now I just get orders and inquiries and everything for clothing. So, I'm really into that. Like my biggest legacy and, and achieving everything that I want to, is just that good feeling when somebody else wears what you made, like all that work that you put into it. It's whatever people wear. So I want to be known for, like my designs, my quality, my, everything that I put in my work into it, I want to be known for it.
And you're 20 years old, correct?
No, I'm actually 16.
You're 16?
Yeah.
Wow. So do you find it hard for your clients to take you seriously, being that you're so young?
Definitely, yeah.
Wow.
I act actually more mature, like you actually thought I was 20, so I act mature, when I talk to somebody, when, there's times where it's business and then there's times where you can play around. I take my business very seriously. I started off with just the idea when I turned 15 basically, and my friend's dad, you may have heard the brand, it's called Trap House Clothing.
Okay.
Yeah, so I live in LA, so I worked at like the block on Fairfax, and I was helping out there and everything. And this was just when I had like the idea of making my own clothing. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. Did I want to do streetwear? Did I want to do high fashion? So I kind of worked on the block over there, and just standing there for hours at a time, passing out flyers, looking how things work in the clothing industry, like the demand and everything, So at first I wanted to do like the streetwear type of brand, but as I matured, I wanted to do more like high fashion, something different from what everybody else does.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow, I had no idea you were 16. I mean, that is awesome. And,
yeah,
you collaborated with big names already.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually going to be, kind of weird to hear, but I actually got through a lot of big names in the industry through Instagram. Not a lot of people.
Really?
Yeah, through Instagram, just contacting them And when they looked at my page, they were really interested. So it started off from them giving my email and then, to their contact number, and then I just communicate with them throughout. So whenever I drop one piece, you're definitely going to see it on some big names out there.
Wow. What future endeavors should your audience expect from MXM?
Can you repeat that again?
What future endeavors should your audience expect from your brand MXM?
I don't even know. I'm working on a lot of things right now, so I kind of don't know right now. It's just I go as day by day, so design day by day. So I mean, we'll see in the future how everything works out.
And I mean, since you're 16, are you still in school?
Yeah, I've actually I was in public school for a while. When I was public school throughout my years till I was 15, and then once my brand started kicking off, clients started contacting me via email, my cell phone, Instagram. So it has to be a constant, on your phone, on the laptop, iPad, whatever, constantly checking, updating, so it had to be a lot of work going through. And every time I do it in school, I had people call me, text me during class, so teachers would take the cell phones away from me. I'd make it a big deal, because it's business. So a lot of people go to school to get a job, to get an education, and I already have a job, so all I need to do is get my education.
Are you planning on continuing your education? Are you planning on going to college?
Yeah, I'm homeschooled right now, so
okay.
Yeah, I just started homeschool a couple months ago, so it was kind of the best decision for me, because attendance was kind of my weakness in school, because I constantly had to go and meet people and had to go run errands and everything, so I'd get in trouble in school, and me and my mom just decided, hey, why don't I just try homeschool? And it's a lot like college, because you have to work. It's independent studies. You don't have a tutor. You have an independent studies. You go 2 times a week to school, this and that, return to take a test. So it's like college, So I'm getting prepped for a lot of things,
It's difficult to balance, your studies with your business?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, sometimes, I as much as, I love my business, I actually want to go to school because, I'm not that type of person to do independent studies, because because I have a lot of things around me, so sometimes I just don't do my work. But I definitely want to stay on top of my schoolwork, and I maintain a great school GPA in school and everything, so everything is going fine.
Well, you are. I mean, that's awesome. I mean, this is great. I mean, you definitely have a big future ahead of you, and I wish you luck. And thank you so much for taking the time out for me to interview you. I can't wait to see what's coming up next from MXM. I checked out your Instagram, and there's some good stuff on there. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
Every time I buy a new ride, bling, bling. Lorenzo's on your traumatized, bling, bling. Every time I come around your city, bling, bling. Pinky ring, heard about bitty, bling, bling. Every time I buy a new ride, bling, bling. Lorenzo's on your traumatized. It's the nigga with the